accept, or unless you accept that the world is what it is. Greetings to you. My name is Geoffrey Ngosa. I'm from Zambia, the only Zambian nomad in this world. So today I thought of, let me try again the episode 2. You know, last week we did the episode 1 about why African women or ladies travel to Gulf or abroad to look for the job. So we did talk about the reason why most people or African women travel to Gulf regions or countries. We talked about it because of the governments in Africa, they don't provide employment. So today again I'm in the just neighborhood, just my house is just nearby here. Yeah, so I'm in the same park that I showed the video about how I started my YouTube channel. So I just thought that why can't I do the part 2? But since I'm at home, I'm not doing anything, I'm resting for the whole day, so I decided to say let me shoot a video, an episode about why African ladies travel to Gulf regions. So I'm just here nearby. I thought, okay, let me just give you a brief background. So today I'm not a politician, but this also has to do with the government. You know, the reason why most people travel to look for a greener pasture is because the governments in Africa, they don't provide employment, you know. So people tend to go to countries where they will provide them employment. So that's the more reason why you find most blacks, Africans try to go to Gulf region, even if they do mistreat them. You can imagine it, like, let's say in Africa you have papers. We have graduates, some have done PhD, bachelor, masters, but there's no job, there's no employment. So what do you expect? And they hear where some countries, they say they just need people who can work as maids or security guard or drivers, and they'll pay them maybe 5 times that they can pay them in our country, in our continent, Africa. What do you expect? If you see the opportunity, you grab it. So that's the more reason why you find African women travel or go to another countries or abroad. It's because of those reasons, you know. So I'm just in the park and just want to share with you. So we said you've got 2 options: sit at home worrying about evil, unfair and difficulties that the world dare not to try, or you can accept that the world is what it is and make some adjustment, you know, and you take the risk going to the countries. So it's not always that that those people go abroad or in Gulf region they've been mistreated. Of course there are some cases that been reported being mistreated by their bosses, but even in our continent you find, even because in African governments, most of them are corrupt. The investors which go to Africa, they still bribe and mistreat the workers. So you can't tell me that it's only in Gulf regions or other countries that they mistreat workers. Even in our own country, you find even some Chinese nationalities There were some incidences in my country whereby one of the company which was doing construction in company for in Zambia, roads constructions or making roads, they locked up workers in a container for 2 weeks. It took one man called Mr. Mao Sampa. By then he was a governor of Lusaka, to go and even report them, and also to the government also to do some measures and enforce the labor laws, because in Africa we have labor laws, but they don't, it's only applicable to our fellow Africans, but for the foreigners or investors, nothing. You can hear that they have low salaries, but the government will not change anything. You will not do anything to change. They will hear that workers are being mistreated, but they will not do anything. So it's not only outside that they mistreat our Africans, brothers and sisters, even in our own country, because the governments, they also they make or commit legal crimes. They will ignore because of money. They abandon the laws that they themselves even created. They don't even implement. So I'm here at the park just sharing with you. I thought let me share with you. Life where is predictable, organized, and planned, and have control. But the case is not the same, The park, just showing you around. Of course, I want to have a conversation with you and to tell you why. Because this time around, the government, they are involved. I'm not a politician and I don't like talking about politics, but I thought of why can't I, because this topic also concerns them, because why our African women or people at large travel to the countries like Gulf regions or countries. When it comes to treatment, it's not always that our fellow blacks are being treated outside. Even in our countries, you find the governments, they don't even provide works, or they don't even make laws or policies which favor their fellow citizen. They only favor even the foreigners. But in other countries, like if you talk about Turkey here, or some countries like Cyprus or North Cyprus, first thing, even in Turkish law, first thing is indignant first. Even if you have papers, you are a foreigner, they put the minimum wage for their citizen. They have to get paid more than the foreigner. Even if you have papers at the company, you have to get paid less, And the other policies that the government put, they have allowed the people to even borrow money. They give them loan without interest, zero interest. If you want to buy a house, no wonder here you find that most of the people, even if they don't work in the government, they can buy the houses, because the government give them the loans for free. You just you pay, even if it will take you 15 years or 10 years to pay back, but you just agree with them that you'll be paying this amount of money, but they will not add any interest. But in Africa, even if you apply for loan, if they give you quite well, they will even add more interest, which will be not even fair to you, and you will not even have, but in Western countries like Turkey, they give loans free, so everyone can buy houses, can start a business using the money that they give them, You just agree to say I'll pay back within this period of time without interest, zero interest, zero. So those are some of the policies. In the end, people, the money that they get from the loans, they can even use that money to start a business. In turns, it provide employment for others, But in Africa, they only give it to those, the cadres, those who support their parties, or the mafias, who have no even plans of establish business, Imagine they'll only come once in a year. Those not even once in a year, once in after every 5 years, those representatives that we have you choose during elections, they will come once as if they are Santa Cruz. Santa, sorry to include you in this discussion. If you exist, I don't know. So you find it's more like the Christmas. Santa Cruz come once in a year, just like Santa Cruz comes during Christmas time for those who celebrate Christmas. Just the same as the politician. They only come during elections time period. They will just come to mock you, giving you food, buy you rice, give you rice which you can even buy yourself, and give you rapper just to deceive you. You choose them so that they will, you vote for them so that they change your lives, maybe provide employment, make policies, go to the parliament or house of rep to represent you, or make policies which will favor and improve the lives of people. But the case is different. They just go there to increase or to make pot bellies. For 5 years, they will be just say, yeah. Again, the circle again begins. After, when during the elections, they will not even come. They will even switch off the phones, But here, people, even those representatives, whatever they promise, they'll try by all means to work on it, because you cannot deceive people by giving the handout, So that's a problem of the government in Africa, So I'm here, if you are wondering, where I am, I'm just at the park, and my house is just nearby here. So that's where I am. I just thought of, because I made a video about first episode. I talked about why African women travel to Gulf regions or abroad seeking for greener pasture, like for employment. Because if someone tells me that you don't need to give me papers, just come, I'll give you the accommodation, you will not pay electricity bills, you will not pay internet, anything, and I'll pay you 5 times just to be this, or 6 times that they give you. I'll leave, I'll go. That's the more reason why they travel, So you've got 2 options: sit at home worrying about unfair or evil, a difficult world which you dare not to, or you accept that the world is what it is and take the risk, try. You never know, it may work, for you, even though don't expect that they will treat you like a queen or king. No, you are in a foreign land. Just have to humble yourself, get what you want, go back to your country, improve, go and do business or any other things, When you are in a foreign land, you make some changes. So change is often a silent inside the job that requires patience and courage and courage to resist negativity, courage to take responsibility for your own life. So everyone wants to reach the mountain, but remember, the real growth and change happens on the climb, when you are climbing. So it's not easy journey. You just have to work on it, to take the risk, and also do what is required. You can't wait for the government to provide employment in Africa. It's not possible. If you failed, build on your failure. First attempt, if you tried it didn't succeed, you have to build on your failure. Use it as a stepping stone. Close your door on the past. You don't forget 2 mistakes, but dwell on it. Don't dwell on it. So never stop learning, because life never stops teaching us. So this is a Zambian nomad talking to you, and there are only few people in Africa, who have the art for the people. We talk of Professor Piero Patrice Mumba of Kenya, Mao Sampa, a former governor of Lusaka in Zambia, Peter Obi from Nigeria, Bob Wine from Uganda. So these are some of the people who have the people at art. If there are many of such in Africa, Africa would have developed, because they have at art. But most of them, they just go to the National Assembly or in government just to enrich themselves, and make pot bellies, and also just to be saying yeah for 5 years, whichever years that you in your country or you have. So stay humble, stay positive, and believe in God. All the best in your life. God bless you.